My name is Grant from View 6. We work with Magento e-commerce. I wanted to show you over some of the differences you can get to your store's speed by using some of the inbuilt features that Magento has. So you may have seen in the back end of Magento a few things like compilation mode, for example, and also the ability to merge files together, CSS and JavaScript files together. So let's just have a quick look and see the actual front-end results and how these improvements or how these changes make or what these changes make as regards to improvements. So this is our demo store here. And I just run it through the Pagespeed Insights tool that Google offers, just to get an idea of the speed. Now we're running this on a very basic bit of hosting, so we're not going to get great performance anyway. So mobile we get 41 out of 100, and desktop we get 59 out of 100. If we were to enable compilation mode, that basically compiles together some of the code that Magento uses into less files. So basically it's a more efficient way of serving pages. This next tab, we're onto compilation mode. So we've gone from a mobile of 41 to a mobile of 50, and we've gone from a desktop of 59 to a desktop of 71. So compilation's made an improvement from 41 to 50 and from 59 to 71. So a bit of a step there. If we also were to merge JavaScript and CSS, this is basically combining the multiple JavaScript files and multiple CSS files into a single file, we'll see even further improvements. So we now see our mobile is up to 51 and our desktop is now at 75. So our opening numbers were 41 and 59. We've got up to 51 and 75. So quite an improvement overall. So in the back end of Magento to actually use these features, first off we go to System, into Tools, into Compilation, and you'll see compilation on this store is currently disabled. And the way to use this is actually to run the compilation process first rather than just enabling it. And you need to disable compilation when you make changes to the admin. So if you're making configuration changes, it's best to disable compilation mode, do your work, then rerun compilation process, and it will become enabled automatically. Let's just click on that button there and get that running. Takes a few seconds for this to happen, and after you've run compilation, you need to clear the caches as well, so that the code that your customers are seeing is the compiled version, not from your cached pages that were created prior to compilation being run. And like I say, when you make changes, you need to disable this. So when you go into compilation mode, don't just assume that you can click on enable each time. It's best to run the compilation process. If you do have a problem and you kind of break the site, you normally get a white screen if you have any issues with compilation. You can go into your HTTP docs includes folder. There's a file in there called config, and there's just two actual rows within the configuration file. And the top one, when compilation is enabled, is uncommented, so there's no hash before the define. So if you do go into here and you want to turn off compilation, just basically add the hash back in and save the file. So I'm doing this via control panel, hosting control panel, just through their file manager. So I can go in here in a few seconds and a few clicks. I can go in here, add a hash in front of this first row. That'll turn off compilation and the site will go back up. So if you do have a white screen issue, it does happen sometimes. That's the easiest way, just to go in there and to disable it. And that's the config file, which is within the includes folder in the root of the store. Okay, so let's go back over to here. Okay, so once run, you'll see compilation has been completed, and we get a green bar at the top telling us all good things, and we see down the bottom here that the compilation status is now enabled. Like I said, you have to go through and clear your caches after this. The other thing you can turn on is your merge files. So if you go to System and Configuration, and then at the very bottom under Advanced and in Developer, you'll see a couple of options in here: JavaScript settings, CSS settings. And in here you can merge JavaScript files and merge CSS. So just change those from the default was no to yes, and save the config, and they'll be merged. And again, clear your cache, clear all the caches to ensure you're serving the new merged files. Bear in mind, with JavaScript files merging, you can have issues with front-end things not working. You can have issues with payment gateways, for example. Depending on the theme you're using and how well things have been put together, there can be issues. So always check when you've done these changes. Test the front end. Work through to payment gateway. Work through payment processes. Make sure it was all working as expected. Okay, hope that helps. My name's Grant at View 6, and we work with Magento e-commerce.